guys, what's up? It's Amber and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. And if you are new here, you should definitely subscribe. So for today's video, I decided I wanted to tell you guys some stories while I do my makeup. I'm so tired. This has been like the longest week of my entire life and I just am so glad that it's over. It's Sunday. I kind of wanted to upload a video. I don't know if this will be up the same day or not, but I kind of wanted to at least film a video. Let's do shout out of the week this week because I have been forgetting lately and y'all are calling me out on it. This week's shout out of the week goes to Alex P. They comment on my videos quite often, but this comment literally made my whole entire day. This was on my video with Lexi and I actually showed her the comment and she died too. So shout out to you. You are hilarious. So thank you for watching my videos. Anyway, I'm about to just dive right into the makeup because this is probably gonna take forever because I can barely focus on one thing at a time as it is, let alone doing my makeup and telling stories. So this is gonna be interesting. So if you guys want to get ready with me and talk about all the crazy things that have happened to me this year, then just keep watching. Okay, so first of all, I'm wearing the cat ears today because the last time I did my makeup, or the last few times I've done my makeup, my hair's been up, so I haven't even needed the cat ears. Yeah, so I did recently get my hair done. Shout out to my girl Ashley. She does my hair so beautifully. I love her. A lot of you guys were complimenting it on my last video, so thank you so much. First, I'm gonna go in with my Garnier micellar water. My friend Lexi actually put me onto this because I was using my tried and true simple micellar water. I don't know, I've just started feeling really weird about it because it smells super chemically and I just don't like that. This one does not have a scent at all and the simple one didn't used to have a scent, but I don't know, all of a sudden it just started smelling like chemicals and I just don't like that. I really don't like to put anything weird on my face, so I have moved on to this and so far I love it. It's made my skin feel so good and so refreshed. Okay, so I don't even know where to begin with these stories. I had a few in my mind on my way home from work today that I was like, oh, I really want to tell these stories. Where should I even start? Like truly. I will tell you guys a spiritual story first. So a lot of you guys have seen I've been very spiritual lately. If you've watched any of my most recent videos, I've mentioned it a couple times. I think I mentioned it in a drive with me and I think I mentioned it in my last vlog. So definitely go look for that. If you haven't watched those, go binge watch my vlogs because there are many more coming and pretty soon before we know it, it'll be Vlogmas. What was I gonna say? What was I even talking about? Here we go. This is how it's gonna start. What was I talking about? Oh no. I can't remember. Am I really gonna have to go rewind this clip and try to see what I was just talking about? Oh, the spiritual story. Oh, I hate my life. I don't even know if I'm gonna put that in there. That is so embarrassing. So anyway, I was just, you know, looking at my Snapchat memories as I do occasionally. I haven't really been going on Snapchat that much anymore. I mainly only go on there to Snapchat my friend Lulu and like my sisters. Whenever something funny happens, I'll snap my best friends, you know, on Snapchat, but that's it. Like I don't ever post on there at all anymore. So I was looking at my Snapchat memories and a year ago today, I was having such a terrible day. I remember I woke up in the middle of the night and my mirror in my hallway shattered. I used to have a really cute silver mirror and that fell on the ground and shattered. So that was the first thing. And I'm pretty sure after that it was like early morning, I woke up because I heard some loud noise in my office and it was my perfume shelf falling off of the wall and my perfumes shattered. This brings me to my memory on Snapchat. I was driving and I zoomed in on the car in front of me, a license plate that said 666, and I was like, not today, Satan. Now, ever since I've been on this whole spiritual journey, if that shit had happened to me and I ended up seeing that on a car, I would have been so relieved. Like I would have been like, thank you, because 666 is basically letting you know you are a divine being. Don't forget your worth. At this time last year, I felt so unpowerful and I felt so stuck and I felt like I had no control over the stuff that was happening in my life. Just to think now, looking back, I'm like, girl, there was a sign literally right in front of your eyes from the universe telling you to just keep pushing. And I mean, of course I figured it out. Like I'm here today, I got through it, but it's just so crazy how I looked back on that and I'm like, girl, there was a sign right there for you. Isn't that so weird? Okay, now that this tape is even, I am just gonna go in and do my eyes real quick and I'm gonna be using the Kylie Burgundy palette. It's that time of year, y'all. It's fall. I am feeling really into the burgundy colors. All right, I am blind, so I need my mirror really close to me. I am gonna go in with some Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I just got put onto this by my friend Sophia. I, of course, like know about the craze of Shape Tape, but I never buy high-end makeup. The only high-end makeup I really buy is like eyeshadow palettes for whatever reason. Like I never really buy any high-end makeup for my face. The tape is like making my eyes burn right now. I think I'm gonna just fold it over. That's better. My eyes are literally on fire right now. All right, so the next story I really want to tell that I love is the story of how I went to New York City for only 24 hours. I saw Ariana Grande front row, literally front row at Madison Square Garden. So let's talk about that story real quick. I think this was like June 18th maybe. It was a Wednesday when this all went down. But the story starts on the like Monday or Tuesday before Ariana's fourth and final show for the New York City shows on the first leg of tour. My friends Donald and Shelly were meeting up in New York City to go to a couple of Ariana's shows together. So they invited me. Of course, they were like, if you can get tickets and you want to go. Shelly was like, you can stay at my house if you want. So I was like, all right, well, we'll see. Like, we'll let the universe do its thing. And if I'm meant to go, I will go. Basically, Donald told me that he was gonna help me keep track of tickets and see if I could get any sort of like decent seat for a good price, you know what I mean? And of course, I really wanted to be in the pit with them, but I was like, you know what? Like, what are the odds I'm actually gonna get a pit ticket this late and like for money that I can afford, you know? Because like at this point, all of them were listed for resale for like $700. So Donald and I were just keeping an eye on tickets all week, like leading up into the show. Tuesday rolls around. Donald and I had established that if a pit ticket had gone on sale and he found it like at the box office or online or whatever, he would buy it and I would pay him back because I was gonna be at work. So it's not like he could get a hold of me and be like, Amber, do you want me to buy it? So we just agreed that if he found one, he'd buy it. So I'm at work Tuesday and I'm only supposed to work the day. So I'm supposed to be out by 4 o'clock and I get a text from Donald. And he's like, I'm going to the box office right now to look at tickets. And I'm like, okay, perfect. Donald then blows up my phone. And of course, it's busy at work. I can see that he's blowing up my phone and I see missed calls, a text, and he goes, there's one pit seat, but it's not in our pit. It's in the other pit. Do you want it? I'm gonna buy it. And I'm like, yes, buy it. Like I could barely type. I was like, buy the ticket, yes. Donald texts me a little while later and he's like, bitch, I bought the ticket. You are coming with us. You're sitting in the pit at Madison Square Garden seeing Ariana Grande. And I was like, is this real life? Like, is this really happening? At this point, I text some of my coworkers and I'm like, hey, does anyone want tonight off? Because your girl needs money. I'm about to go to New York City tomorrow. So someone luckily wanted the night off. So I worked a whole double. I worked from like 10:30 in the morning till 11 at night. The weirdest thing is on my double, a lot of you guys know I'm a waitress. On my double, I made exactly how much my ticket cost. Like to the dollar. And I was like, holy crap, if that is not a sign from the universe, I don't know what is. So then I text my sister and I'm like, hey, can I use your car tomorrow? And this is like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, can I just like borrow your car for the day? Can we switch cars? I lease my car. I have a strict mileage that I have to stay under. And so I cannot drive my car 5 hours to New York City. So my sister Maddie was such an angel and let me borrow her car, which now is my car. I just bought it from her, which is a whole nother story. Maybe I'll tell that one if we have time. So I come home at like midnight after work, pack up a few things, pick out my outfit, get my fanny pack ready. I think I left at 6 to go drive to New York City. I got there around 11:30 and I got to Shelly's house and it was so cool, first of all, meeting Shelly and Donald. At the time, we were all in a group chat together. I'm not anymore, sadly. Shout out to you xoxos. I miss you so much if you're watching this. We of course like took a picture together and sent it to our group chat and everyone was freaking out that we were all finally meeting. So it was just such a special moment. Like I'll never forget literally just like freaking out in Shelly's kitchen, taking pictures together. They gave me my ticket, which was so cool. Let me go get it. Actually, I still have it. This was my ticket to see Ari at Madison Square Garden. Oh my God, it was so freaking cool. I still can't even get over this. So beautiful. This is my fanny pack. If you guys haven't seen my What's in My Sweetener Tour fanny pack video, go check it out. I'll have it linked. But yeah, so we were just like freaking out in Shelly's kitchen. I got to meet her adorable little puppy and it was just such a good time. It was so much fun. Fast forward around like 1 o'clock, maybe we head over to Madison Square Garden. We start loitering, I guess. We just started like scoping out where the line would be and Shelly and Donald had gone the night before. So they knew exactly like where we should go. And so we made friends with the guard. He was like, I know you guys are gonna be first. Like, don't worry, I'll let you in first. So like later on when it came time to get in line, me, Donald, and Shelly were literally first in line. It was insane. We just chilled in line for so long. We hung out with a ton of our friends that we like knew through Twitter, like a bunch of our mutual friends. It was honestly just the most fun ever. And then finally, the doors open. It is a literal stampede of people running to try to get through security to then try to get to the pit so they could get front seat. Also, I had met one of my friends, Nadine, who had sound checked that day. Shelly and Donald actually introduced me Nadine. And Nadine was gonna be in the same pit as me because she was VIP and I was in the VIP pit. So she was like, girl, I will save you a spot in line. Why can I not find my motherfucking brush that I need? So Nadine was like, girl, if I get to the pit before you, I will save you a spot. She knew exactly where I wanted to get for barricade. And she was like, I got you. So of course, the stampede goes and we're all running to the pit. And I see Nadine literally at the front barricade, like right by the ladder where Ari comes down the stairs and reaches out and holds hands. And I was like, I could not believe what was in front of me. I will post a photo of my view of Ariana singing Needy. She was so close. She looked at me so many times throughout the whole entire night. It was unreal. I'm done with my eyes, by the way. I'm gonna move on to my face, and I'm not using any foundation today. I'm gonna go in with my Kylie Cosmetics concealer and use that as foundation. Anyway, Social House comes on first. Love them. At this point, I had already seen them like 3 times. They made eye contact with me a couple times. It was super cute. I love seeing them. They're really good performers. Then next, Normani comes out. Normani has noticed me at a couple of shows. She noticed me at the Miami show because I had my bright Lumi case, and she literally called me out. She pointed at me and she was like, hey, like, it was so funny because she wanted everyone to put their phones up during Diamonds. So it looked really cool in there. So she noticed me at that point and she waved at me. Nadine was right there and she literally waved at me when she saw me. She like looked at me and then like did a double take and smiled and waved at me while she was singing. It was so cool. And also a side note is I made it a thing that I did not want to have my phone out recording during this show. If and when Ariana looked at me, I wanted her to know that I was like very focused, you know, and like really paying attention to the show and enjoying it. And it worked in my favor, let me tell you, because that girl made eye contact with me so many times. It's unreal. Like Nadine commented on it. She's like, girl, she looked at you so many times. And of course, like it wasn't just me, like Nadine too. But it was so special and amazing. And so Normani noticed me, waved at me. It was super cute. And then Ari was about to come on and Fredo, her photographer, was walking around in the pit, or not in the pit. He was walking around like inside the barricade, like where Ari goes. And he was just like getting things set up for when she came on. This foundation is way too dark and I look like a clown. But you know what? This is not a tutorial. This is not meant to be helpful. This is just a story time. So Fredo was walking through the little barricade area. He did a double take too. He looked at me and then like looked back and smiled at me, and it literally made my whole day. And of course I wrote all of this in my notes on my phone because I'm that girl, yes, the one that brought the sticky notes to the sound check and meet and greet and wrote down everything that I said to Ari. Everyone always comments on that. But yeah, so it was so cool. And Ari came out. I swear to God, she recognized me. Like I swear to God, she was like, you look familiar. Because I remember when she was singing God is a Woman, I was screaming. Like me and Nadine were legit screaming every single word. And she looked at us and laughed. Like she like chuckled. She was like, oh my God, while she was singing. And it was so cute. Then of course, when she came back out and sang Rem, she looked at me so many times. She like smiled. And of course we were singing every single word, and I didn't have my phone, so I was looking right at her, and you guys could see she was sitting literally right there in front of me on the stage. So she sang all the songs. It was so freaking amazing. One of my favorite songs to hear live on her tour is definitely Side to Side. I don't know, like I love that song and I always will because it's such a fun song, but hearing it live on the Sweetener tour is so cool because she does like a really cool little remix. That was super cool. We saw all the songs, and then of course she comes out in the purple outfit. First of all, she looked at me a bunch of times during Needy, which was so cool. I like still can't get over the fact that like while she was singing Needy, which is one of my most favorite songs that I connect to the most from her. So not only was she like staring at me while she sang one of my favorite songs, she then comes down the ladder for You Will Never Know. And this is where she holds people's hands. Like that's the song that she reaches out and holds people's hands during. And usually if you watch all her videos, she walks down the ramp, leans to her left side, holds somebody's hand, then goes back, leans to the right side, holds somebody's hand, and then goes back up on the stage to finish the song. So she leaned over to the left, which is where I was, held this kid's hand who was to my left. Then she looked at me, and I have photos of all of this. You can see her look at me. Then she lets go of his hand and holds my hand, smiles. It was like seeing her look at me and then reach for my hand. I could not believe that that happened, and I sound like such a fangirl, but it just made me so happy that she recognized me and leaned over to me. You know what I mean? It was just the coolest thing in the whole world. I'll never get over that moment. It was so special. I'm gonna bake my face real quick while I do my eyebrows because my face is really oily. But yeah, so that was super cool. Then she sang Get Well Soon, and it was the most beautiful thing ever. But anyway, it was so special and amazing. And when the show was over, Nadine was crying and I obviously started tearing up because I was like hugging her and I'm like, it's okay. And then it made me realize like, wow, this could be the last time I ever see her live, because you never know. I mean, I'm sure if she has another tour, I'll go, but who knows? So I was just like, I want to enjoy every single moment of the show. And I did. I enjoyed every single last moment. I only took a few pictures. I filmed Get Well Soon. I also took a picture of her during Needy, and I took a couple of pictures during No Tears Left to Cry because she came right in front of me for that. I can't talk while I do my eyebrows. We all know this. But yeah, so that is the story of my 24-hour New York trip to see Ari. After the show was over, me and Shelly and Donald, we all like bought some merch and stuff. And it was just so cool. I met a couple of subscribers there, which was so friggin' cool. It was just such a good night. Like, I'll never get over how fun that was. It was the best experience ever. So then we went back to Shelly's house. I changed, had some water. Then I got in my car and I drove home. And at this point, I got home at 6 a.m., which is when I left. I left my house at 6 a.m. the day before. And it was just the most crazy, thrilling 24 hours of my life. I am just like so thankful that Donald and Shelly and Nadine, I'm just so thankful for all of them for making everything that happened happen, you know, like for helping make it possible. Shout out to you guys if you happen to be watching this. What else should I talk about? I don't even know. Another story, I guess, that I'll tell you guys. It's more like news. So a lot of you guys have been asking for merch, and I am gonna try to come out with some merch by Christmas. I really want to have it done soon because I would like to have it done so that we could do like at least maybe a couple of drops before Christmas. So I'm so excited to show you guys some merch that I'm gonna be coming out with. It's gonna be first crew necks and hoodies, and then maybe like short sleeves, long sleeves, and then maybe we'll move on to other stuff. But I just can't believe how many people are asking me to come out with merch. Like, it got to the point where I was getting so many messages every day that I'm like, okay, fine. And I started doing some research, and I have a couple people working up some designs for me because I really want to show off some really talented people that I know. So I want to have a couple of different pieces of merch all designed by, you know, like small or growing artists who want to put themselves out there. So I'm super excited about that. And then as soon as it's ready, I'm gonna post some pics on Instagram of me and my family wearing the merch. If you guys have any suggestions on where you like to buy merch from for your favorite YouTubers or whatever, let me know, because I am looking into what kind of like seller I want to use. Can't even think of anything else that I have to tell you guys. This is so weird. Like, usually I just never stop talking, but honestly the Ariana Grande story just like got me going again. To think about how exciting that was, I will never get over that day. Oh, but I'll tell you guys the story of my new car. So I bought my sister Maddie's car. My friend Elvis actually came with me. He drove me all the way to the bank that I use, which is like an hour and a half away. But I had to go there because I was getting no help over the phone. So he drove me all the way to the bank. We got there. I still needed to do a few more things before I could actually get the loan. So then my sister and I drove back the next day, an hour and a half again. I got approved for a loan, and then my sister got approved for a loan. And so we both have new cars. I have her car and she bought a new Jeep, which is so cool. But yeah, so I have a new car. Your girl's officially a car owner, which is kind of cool. So I guess this is mostly just the story of how I went to go see Ariana. Oh, actually, you know what, guys? I will update you with this time that I have. So I have mentioned this in a couple videos, I think, but I can't remember when the last time I actually mentioned this was. But I'm going to Disney in a couple weeks, and I'm so excited. A lot of you guys may know Disney World is literally like my favorite thing in the whole world. My whole YouTube journey started because my family would go on trips to Disney, and I would vlog the whole thing, but at the time I didn't refer to them as vlogs. They were more like home movies, and I just used YouTube as a way to upload them so that my grandparents could see, because my grandparents live super far away, and they were like, oh, I want to see like what you made of our trip. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, here, I uploaded it to YouTube, and they used to watch it on their Blu-ray player, because I remember their Blu-ray player got internet. They could go on the internet with it and watch videos. So they were like, we're gonna watch it on the Blu-ray, and I'm like, oh. So they would watch my vlogs, and this was back in like 2009, 2010. I just still like can't even believe that that's how I started. Like, those are the videos I used to make. So I'm an OG vlogger, y'all. Bitch, I vlogged since I was like old enough to hold the freaking camera. Oh, I forgot a lip color. What the heck am I doing? Let me go get a lip color. I always forget to shut the closet. But yeah, so I'm going to Disney, and I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna throw on a fall lip color. This is Dolce K by Kylie Cosmetics, and then I'm gonna be using a KKW gloss just in the middle. But I'm so excited. So if any of you guys live near or are going to Disney in mid-October, holla at your girl. Maybe I'll see you there. that's the lip all applied. I love this color so much. Shout out to Sophia, she helped me pick this out. I wasn't sure if this would be too dark. It was between this and like one other color, and she was like, girl, get that one. All right, that is the final look, all complete. Very fall-esque today. And I'm just gonna be setting my face with my Morphe spray. I love this stuff. It feels so luxurious and amazing. I love this so much. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry I really only told like 2 stories and kind of updated you on my life, but I'm a mess. And anything I plan on doing, like anytime I plan a video, it never ends up being that I do. So just bear with me here, you know? Let me know what you guys thought of this video down below. Make sure to comment and subscribe and tweet me and go follow me on Instagram if you want a chance to be next week's shout out of the week. And if you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.